My background is really in two parts. One is military. I served as a officer in the United States Air Force during Vietnam. After Vietnam, I joined the Chase Manhattan Bank and spent the rest of my career in banking. In terms of what led me to do that is I've always been good with math and numbers. And I really have to go back to my high school days. I was involved in speech and debate. And my senior year at the high school, we won the state championship in debate. And I was proud to win the state champion in boys extemporaneous speaking. That experience has helped me all along the route. I started out as a physics major, and under Dr. James Van Allen, who discovered the Van Allen radiation belt, who was one of my mentors, and discovered before long that to do anything that I wanted to do in physics, I'd need at least a PhD. And frankly, that didn't encourage me much, that much more education. So I switched to business, majored in economics, got my bachelor's of business degree in economics. Then took an educational delay from my active duty service in the Air Force to get a master's in business. Now that was not a MBA at Iowa, University of Iowa, where I was. The MBA was for non-business undergraduates, mostly engineering or something like that. The master's in business was assuming that you had had most of the undergraduate degrees in business. I received 2 Air Force Commendation Medals during my service. I have to also say that I should have covered this back in the education, but I've always enjoyed teaching the Bible, and when I was once I left banking, I became the chief financial officer for Young Life, which is in Colorado Springs. And Fuller Seminary had a extension in Colorado Springs. So I thought I would take some biblical courses and brush up on what I like doing. And before I knew it, I was 2 courses away from a Master of Arts in Theology. I did get my degree, and the Fuller Seminary at Colorado Springs was an excellent program. They flew professors in from all over the country. The one thing they did not have is a good library. And of course, I had just taken a 89% cut in pay to become the chief financial officer of Young Life. So I bought them a library. I would say that I made a difference in every place where I went. I'm generally a fairly quick thinker. I don't like wasted time, wasted facilities, wasted money. And my objective was to leave every job better than I found it. And I think overall I was able to do that most of the time. There are a number of preachers who inspired me greatly. A couple of them became close personal friends. Tom Toole, who replaced my mentor Gerald Spencer Mills, who was the previous chief pastor at the New Providence Presbyterian Church. Jerry taught me a lot. He was, I say he was 100% Jewish. His family was Jewish, Mills, and 200% Christian. And he taught me a much stronger appreciation for the Jewish background to Christianity. Because of him, I became a board member of the Chosen People Ministries and managed to visit the Holy Land 3 times. I will be leaving a legacy for my 2 children, my son-in-law and my daughter-in-law, and my 3 grandchildren, and not too soon, I hope, but eventually great-grandchildren, and several people, both at Young Life and in banking, who have said that I was a good mentor for them. I would say that we need to realize that we are all humans. Humans make mistakes. Humans also have the ability to forgive. I've been married for 55 years, and I think that has helped our marriage last that long. And I can say that I could not have accomplished what I have without them. My wife, my son, my daughter. My son is he kind of took after me. He's the financial controller for the Fontainebleau Hotel on Miami Beach. My daughter took after my dad, and she's a pediatrician and has been nominated 3 years in a row as a top doc in Virginia. One of my new favorite quotations is from one of my favorite actresses, Betty White, who should have turned 100 years old on January 4th. Unfortunately, she didn't quite make it. But I heard her be interviewed about, what she thought about turning 100. And her quote was, "The older you get, the better you get, unless you're a banana." And I am not a banana, and neither was she. My prayer for myself, both in business and in family life, was for wisdom. And I think if you talk to my 2 children and 3 grandchildren, they would say that in general I am wise. I am generous. I like to share my wealth with things that I support: the church, Young Life, various Christian ministries, and I want to be remembered as a follower of Christ. I have been since Easter Sunday of 1952, and I will continue to be. Life is a lot easier if you trust in Jesus. I mean, life is not easy. Everybody has bad days. I'm no exception. But if you're less concerned about, something that happened today and more concerned about believing in and loving Jesus, it makes it a lot easier, at least for me.